Hey guys, so today race day. We're at PBIR. This is going to be their autocross event that we're having. It's Saturday, May 23rd. Brought the old Stang out here. Nick's got his Subi. Nick went through a really bad alignment, so it's going to be fun to see how that works out. They actually have trophies for class winners, so I'm going to see if I can snag one of those today. But we're out here, we're going to have some fun. Let's get racing. All right, we're just about ready. Group B is up, so I'm gonna head over there now. Nick's already in line. In my class, there's only 3 other V8s, so they do it by engine type. They don't do it by like SCCA classing or anything like that. So we'll see how we do. I'm hoping to take home the W today. I haven't raced in a little bit, but I'm super excited. This has been a long time coming, so I'm gonna go out there, gonna have some fun, and hopefully get some sick clips for you guys later.
Ready when you are.
Nope. Sweet. All right, so I just did my first lap. I was going kind of slow for that one. I don't know what my time was. I don't see a time board out here anywhere, so I'm gonna have to check afterwards. Did my first one. This is a pretty technical track, at least from my standpoint. I am rear wheel drive, obviously V8, so track's a lot more finesse, but a few more runs in, we should be able to get it down a lot better. So letting the car cool off right now. Hood's open. We're chilling. ITAs are about 111. It's not too hot out here. Oh well, the sun's coming down actually, so this is gonna be good. This will be a good time actually to race. So inlet temps are good. Let's keep on going. So I just finished my second run. That was a lot better than the first one. It definitely pushed the car a lot more, and it stuck. So I'm actually gonna go see if I can check my time now. Unfortunately, I was only able to get 2 runs in from that heat. The heats are 30 minutes, so it's basically as many you can get in that amount of time. I was a little late getting all the GoPros and stuff set up, so we're gonna have more runs. I think still have 2 more heats to go, so definitely gonna get a lot of lap times in. But great start to the day. Nick, how did you do on your So I swapped over to the other GoPro because there's a super ton of wind here, so Hopefully this will sound a lot better. So Nick, so how was your first heat going?
I got one word.
Oh no.
Firestone. And I know that's not usually an autocross word, but today it is.
Well, let's talk about it. So apparently Nick yesterday, he actually he changed his axle this week because it was going bad, so he went and got an alignment after it was done at Firestone. And so what happened, Nick?
So for those of you that don't know, Firestone's great if you're just like regular car person that just gets to work, goes back home. That's it. But for us car people that needs specific alignments done, we need specific camber and toe in or toe out or etc., they're really not the best. And I know that, but unfortunately this event popped up literally a couple days ago, so we were kind of scrambling to get everything done.
Name of the game.
Name of the game, and Firestone was the only option. So right now I actually have positive camber in my front, which is the literal opposite of what you want.
Let's take a look. I think you can kind of
Look at that.
Oh yeah. So when you took those turns on an all-wheel drive car, he was telling me that he doesn't know what the car's doing.
Yeah, sometimes it wants to oversteer, sometimes it wants to understeer, and the alignment is often overlooked by racers, but it's a really important part of getting your car ready for track day, because the alignment is what determines the contact patch from the tires on the road. And remember, the tires are really the only thing between the car and the actual driving surface. So you want to make sure you got a good alignment.
Very true. And speaking of tires too, Nick doesn't even have race-specific tires. It's actually on Michelin's Pilot Super Sports. Great tire, by the way, great daily tire. And if you're going to the track, also super good. Not sponsored. But these are my second set of wheels. I have RE71Rs. See, Nick has all this preparation involved when it comes to actually, dialing the car in. I just put the wheels on and I go out there. Suspension felt good when I was going out there, so I'm probably not going to make any adjustments to the car. But check it out, that beautiful Coyote Ford Life with that orange JLT intake. Oh my God, it is so windy out here. Apologize if you see the little scruffles in the shot, but we're gonna go out. We're gonna go chill a little bit, watch some races. I'm gonna go see if I can get my time, and then I'll let you guys know in the next part. And go from there. Second heat is about to start. I'm in line now. Nick's over there. Yeah, my hood's open. Gets like nice cool air in here. Pretty much the most perfect day for racing. Perfect, overcast. It's hot. Don't get me wrong, it's hot, but some wind, everything you want. Definitely gonna push the car. Now I only had 2 laps that last heat, so I wasn't able to really, dial in the corners that I want to, but I am here before it starts, so I should be able to get all 4 laps in and really push the car. So I'm very excited now. Let's get it. All right, so I just finished my second session. Like I said, car ran great. This was actually going to be the last time we're going to be seeing my car. We're actually going to swap all the GoPros over to Nick's car. He's coming off of his second session right now. Sucks, again, I only got 2 laps. So the next one I'm going to really be, hopefully I'm going to get there super early within the time. It's only 30 minutes. I think I got cut off a little too soon, but hey, we're out here. So hopefully the next 2 definitely going to be more on time. But car ran great, and when Nick gets here, we're going to see how he did. Okie dokie. So, well, it's kind of hard to see with all the glare, but I am right here. Let's see. No, right over here, 56.9, I believe. Yep, and then he's at 56.2. It's kind of hard to tell, but right there. So we're gonna catch him on the next one. All right, so Nick just finished his second heat. He was actually able to get 3 laps in. He just barely beat the checkered flag guy, so pretty jealous. But so how did you do on that one? How did the car feel? Any better? Any worse?
A little bit better. I'm kind of playing with the suspension adjustment and the tires to compensate for the lack of an alignment. So now, for the most part, I have the understeer under control. Now it just has oversteer, but it looks like I've capped out all the adjustments I can do, and I can't really compensate anymore for it. But overall, you know, you race with what you got, and can't complain. It's pretty good.
So yeah, so he's actually checking his oil, I'm afraid, because yeah, I don't like when this is open, he's pulling his dipstick and stuff. Yeah, I don't need any of that stuff. We're very far from home right now, so
It's a stupid thing, dude. You gotta check your oil.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. But we're super excited out here. Racing, we're doing it live, people. Like I said, the next ones you're actually gonna see Nick's car go up. So all the GoPros are gonna be on him, you're gonna see his point of view.
All right, boys. We're in the Subaru now. Get to see what it's like to drive a real car. And by real, I mean real blown up. Luckily, it's a pretty nice day. A little bit of overcast. It is a little hot. My thermostat is showing 86, so that's Florida. My seatbelt on so it stops beeping. But other than that, not too bad of a day. We'll take it. Still trying to fight this poor alignment, but like I said before, we're just gonna make the best of it and you know, race with what we got. So sometimes get dealt a bad hand, but we're here, we're racing, we're having fun. It's the most important thing. And let's do it. Thing to know, you always want to make sure your AC's turned off. Get that extra 2 horsepower, baby. Another nice tip I like to practice is when you're waiting in the line, try not to stay on your brakes just because you constantly have your brake pads touching your really hot rotors that you just got off a lap from. So normally what I try to do is just coast as much as possible while I'm waiting in line for my turn. Just leave your car in neutral, don't put your brake on, and just let it sit there. That way your brake pads and rotors, they'll have better cooling in between your laps when you do that. It's gonna be like Matt up there. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he has his hood up just so that while his car is on and just kind of idling through this line, you can let out as much of that heat as possible. As you can see, just waiting in line, my coolant temp gets up to about 203, 205, which is when the fans start kicking on. But unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot you can do here to avoid it. You're just kind of in line, kind of in traffic. So some people with intercoolers also carry a spray bottle, and you can actually kind of wet down the intercooler before you do your run, which will bring down the temps a little bit, and all those little things together will add up and hopefully shave a couple tenths of a second off your time. There goes Matt. Let's see if he beat that time.
lap of heat number 3. A lot better. That time I definitely pushed the car a lot more, and it got a little crazy for a second, but we kept it together. I'm gonna guess that was my best time. I actually haven't checked the time card just because kind of running around going a little crazy today. But it seemed like a pretty fast lap, so we're gonna go check the board out and see what I did. So when you're out there, think about what turns didn't feel fast, or what turns maybe felt sloppy, or maybe next time you go out, look at the different lines that you could possibly do and try to change different things. And you never know what works and what doesn't work. A lot of times, you know, there might be a line that feels really fast just because you pull a lot of G's maybe in one direction, but maybe it's not the smoothest line, or maybe it's not the quickest line to get around that turn. So you want to try different things, see what works for you, see what gets you that best time that you're looking for. And every time you go out on a lap, think about all those changes and things that you can do to benefit your time. Another big tip is going and doing ride-alongs with other people, especially ones that have your same car or something very similar. Fortunately, I'm in a Subaru, and this is basically the land of autocross for me, so there's a lot of opportunities for me to talk to other drivers and see what they're doing and their setups. And maybe I have a completely different PSI that doesn't work for me, but it works for somebody else's driving style. So when you talk to other people, you get a lot of information that is very beneficial. So coming up is a pretty regular guy I see at these autocross events. He put some really fast lap times down, and he's overall a pretty good driver. And as I say that, he's doing some Tokyo drift around the turns over there. But he's the perfect example of somebody you want to go and sit down in the passenger seat and get some tips on how they use the track.
Well set.
Got finished with our second lap from heat number 3. A couple things that I kind of noted. There's one turn that I could do a little bit better on the braking. I noticed that I'm trying to turn too much. I noticed that there's a couple things I can do better on a specific turn in the middle of the course. There's a specific turn. I just said that. Cool. I hope you enjoy this, Matt. So this is my going into my third. Okay, just scrap the whole video. Scrap the whole video. Just finished my second lap of heat number 3. Feel like I'm getting a lot faster. I think I've dialed in as much as I can the poor alignment that was done on the car. There's a specific turn in the middle of the track where I feel like I could brake a little bit better. I think I'm turning in too quick while I'm braking. So what I'm going to try to do this time is slam real hard on the brakes and try to keep my steering wheel straight a little bit longer. And hopefully with that extra reduction of speed, I'll still be able to get around that turn at a reasonable time. So we're going to try that this lap around. There's a couple other little sections that I'm going to try to improve on. But this is kind of what you want to do in between laps. Think about the sections that you feel you could do a little bit better on. That's basically what you're doing. Try to find a small landmark on a turn. If you have a cone, maybe you know that you have to brake at any given turn 10 feet before that cone. if you make it every single time, try to break 9.5 feet and see what happens if you think that you have that extra space. And you want to keep on pushing those turns and the gas as much as possible in order to decrease your time. So.
All right, so we just finished up our second heat. Our third heat. We didn't go and do the fourth one. Our times are we pretty much maxed out the cars, at least I think, and the guy in front of me is ways away. So he went and ran a 51, and the fastest I could do is a 55.2, which is second place in my class, which is still really good. So I'm happy about that. There's no trophies for second place except for being the first loser. So there's that. But overall, car ran great. It was super fun to come out here and race again. Can't thank Palm Beach enough for hosting this event finally. It was really, really a fun time. How'd you do, Nick? What do you think about your
Overall, pretty good. Like I mentioned before, you gotta kind of race with what you got, so the alignment kind of sucked, but overall, what you gonna do, you know?
Yeah, so what you gonna do? So Nick and Matt from Autocross Alliance signing out. Anything you got to say, Nick?
Firestone's great.
Peace!